thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about residual biocidal activity, and this is something that has been spoken about quite widely around the UK in particular, and around kind of suppliers of a fogging service and a cleaning service. And the residual biocidal activity is an area of debate that I have been talking about, but I've recently written quite a detailed blog about it, which you'll be able to find very shortly on our website www.astralhygiene.co.uk in the blog section. So if you could share this video, that would be really good. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can subscribe, or if you're watching us on Instagram, you can also follow us. So let's get right to it. So the use of disinfectants based on quaternary ammonium compounds, so QACs or QACs, has played quite an important part in the fight against coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, and the virus, the COVID-19 that we have been dealing with over the last couple of years. So QACs belong to a group of surfactants that which substantivity, so the ability to stick to things or adhere to things, is a typical feature, and it has been really well done, and there's been a lot of commercial gain from QACs over the last kind of 50 years in the form of fabric conditioners. So QACs first came about with fabric conditioners. So the smell or the scent that you get from a piece of clothing or a piece of bedding or a towel that has been washed in fabric conditioner, that smell is actually coming from the QACs because they're sticking to the fabric. So the biocidal properties of QACs, so the ability to destroy bacteria and viruses, have been celebrated since the 1930s, and they've also been exploited to the present day. So it comes as no surprise that, and I think this is where the confusion is coming from, that people think that anything with a QAC or quaternary ammonium compound in it will give you residual biocidal activity. So by residual biocidal activity, I'm talking about the ability for your chemical to last longer when it's sprayed on a hard surface, because people think it sticks to that surface, so will provide protection or residual biocidal activity moving forward. Now, that is something that I would refute and I would dispute. So I think it's therefore not unreasonable, so I'm not saying the people that are making these claims are unreasonable, it's not unreasonable to anticipate that there will be some prolonged benefit that might arise from the use of such products in hygiene measures, so QACs, and a large number of claims have been made to this effect, and lots of businesses are trying to capitalise on this. However, any benefit that might be accrued outside of a controlled environment or a microbiology laboratory remains largely unproven, so unquantified, unproven, so it's not actual fact. So anybody who's making these claims of, you know, spray this chemical, this quat-based chemical on your hard surfaces, and you can leave it for 30 days and you know, you'll be safe from viruses, bacteria, whatever, it's not true, it's not quantified. And if you think about this, really logically, if I was to, you know, smear something which had loads of bacteria on it, on that surface, and left it there, organic soil that was absolutely there, you could see it, that area is contaminated, whether it's been sprayed with, you know, quartz or quaternary ammonium compounds or whatever. It doesn't matter. There's soil, there's contamination on that surface. Also, if you think about, you know, so the quartz were brought to our attention, and they've been misunderstood and misrepresented in this argument around, you know, spray this chemical that can protect you for 30 days, residual biocidal activity. will be present with regard to bacteria and biocidal activity. When you wash a towel and put it in the cupboard, does that smell that the fabric conditioner has given you last 30 days? Not in my house. So I don't think that is actually, it's not a qualified claim to make, it's not a quantified claim to make, it's not a factual claim to make, it's basically just a guess. It's not even an educated guess. So nationally, particularly in the UK, we have seen time and time again people who are providing a fogging service, and this is an absolute bugbear of mine. They're using a quat-based chemical which is not safe to be walking around when you're fogging an area. You've got to wear PPE, etc. That's also a fact. And they're saying that it will provide you with residual biocidal activity for 30 days, which is an unquantified, unqualified claim. That's a fact. It's not been tested in a laboratory, it's a fact. Anybody can argue with me, but you're arguing with the facts. So this claim is based on no evidence and may just be due to a lack of understanding of quats and the work that they actually do. And they're then turning around and making overinflated claims, which is irresponsible because it's not true. So if you are going to be using a fogging service, or somebody's coming in to clean for you and they say that the protection is guaranteed for 30 days, please don't accept that. Please walk away, go and speak to somebody else, come and speak to me, and I will point you in the direction of companies that I know who are using qualified, good quality chemicals with good quality biocidal activity. Not residual, but good biocidal activity. They're nothing to do with Astral Hygiene. They are just customers who are getting their chemicals from a good quality distributor. So instead of using someone who's using, a quat-based chemical, use someone who's using, hypochlorous acid, salvarsan, which is what we sell here. Hypochlorous acid is a totally natural, family-friendly chemical, which is really effective, which is, a good quality, safe chemical to be around. So in my opinion, in the face of the current pandemic, companies promoting their products based on residual biocidal activity are not behaving responsibly. If you'd like to share this video, please do. If you would like to follow us, please do. And if you have a question, just contact us at Astral Hygiene HQ. Thanks.